It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll get a look at this team's leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. We're just moments away from the action, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The final 4 weeks of the NFL regular season is upon us. Welcome to the home stretch. Welcome to the booth. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson. Partners, week 15 just feels like a horse race. We're at the top of the stretch. Now it's the sprint for home.
And up until this point, Mike, every team's goal is, can we be in the conversation for the playoffs in this final 4-week stretch, where here we are. And if you've done that, well, man, there is nothing more exciting than playing NFL football.
So pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
You know you have a good week, Mike, when it takes all 5 fingers on one hand just to show how many touchdowns you threw in last week's win. Now, do we expect him to do that 2 weeks in a row? I'm not sure that's realistic, but as long as he continues to operate at this high of a level, they're going to have a strong chance to win every single week. This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense, and boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
On second down, Smith. That one knocked away and incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even keel. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive, and that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it.
Well, that's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup, and right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch, because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The visitors' offense ready now for their 2nd drive. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. A gain of 16 on that pass play. That's enough for a first down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5. They'll stay on the ground. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the first down.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And he'll be taken down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. And think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's second and goal. Back to the ground after the penalty. Let's give him a yard down to the 3-yard line. 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, Smith. He's got it at the 3. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him at the 2.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
They'll try to run, and he will take this one across into the end zone.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. They'll look to throw. This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They face second down and 7. They'll stick with him again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Here's 2nd and 2. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Slot receiver headed right. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he's in.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. If you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
The extra point is up and through. And his guys will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. And this throw batted away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That's taken in. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And his numbers this season, eye-popping in a lot of categories. Let's just show you one. He is the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They motion the slot man left. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw again. Taking off. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Whoa. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, just a yard short of that first down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Putting the tight end in motion. Now they'll set up to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. 3rd and a yard. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And they bring him down at the 23, but that will do just fine. Move the chains. First down picked up.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up one?
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket, nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. They bring their tight end right. Following the penalty, they'll run it. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. What can they do here? This is 3rd and forever.
It's now 3rd down and long.
He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down. So the decision has been made, and they will send the field goal unit out. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And his guys will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. To throw, Smith. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver, and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Smith. Now he'll run.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. As we head into this final stretch of games, take note. He comes into this one leading the NFL in receiving yards. Slot man in motion left. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he's going to be brought down up past the 20.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Here's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They send him right out of the slot. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a 1st down to go with it.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. Here's 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. To the air now on 1st and 10. This one complete right side.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To the right side here, pass is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's caught. Left side, it's complete. They pick up 17 through the air, and that will be a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. They keep finding ways to keep this drive alive, and they're set up now for 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
To the goal line and in. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
An extra point attempt to follow. He gets it to go, and his guys will get out in front 17-7. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half, and the kickoff's coming their way. This one taken at the 7, and they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense going to take over just before the half. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. So we have a 10-point game here at halftime as we send you to Orlando. We'll check in with the coach. Jonathan Coachman has the EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. He's put together some kind of campaign. Currently 2nd in the NFL in touchdown receptions amongst wideouts. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. He's going to air this one out. And that'll be in and out of his hands. It's incomplete.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative, no time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
This team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. This drive will start on the ground, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On 2nd down, Smith. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
It's a gain of 10 yards. That's enough for a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. The tight end motioning left here. Handoff here, up the middle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
First down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big 3rd down pickup for a first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Throwing right, it's taken in. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Throwing on 2nd down, Smith. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. A 2nd down throw for Smith. It is brought in the end zone. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Extra point attempt still to come. It's up and good. And the visitors are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14.
Visitors 14.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Jones now on the return. Oh, yeah. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Up the middle they go. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
He'll drop to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Now he'll run it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the 1st down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Number 2. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28-yard line.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down.
22-yard line. That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Throwing now from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Out now is the field goal unit. They'll try to pick up 3 points here. This one from 39 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And his guys will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This offense and their wide receiver heading back onto the field. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They need one right now. 3rd and long. Smith. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Punt team out, ready to send this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback. And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
Oh, he had the distance, but it doinks off the upright, no good. And they will not be able to make this a 2-possession game. So now this team's offense ready to take over as we check out the playoff race in the NFC. Still plenty to play for as the temperatures dip and we hit the final month, the money month of the season. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. To throw, here's Smith. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Smith to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Smith. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Trying to shove his way forward, but brought down after a gain of a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back is Smith. Quickly to the outside and complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Now Smith. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got it at about the 8. He is in. The game-tying touchdown here in the 4th quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score. but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. Important one as they take the lead here in the fourth quarter.
Our home team, 20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. The return starts from the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw, taken in. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They motion the slot man left. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. It covers 63 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
So the field goal here gets you the late lead. You got to think you want 6 when you have it 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the plate, but a real solid gain on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He slams it in there, and he is in. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big?
In trouble, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Here comes a return from the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A 1st down throw for Smith. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
This offense making its way back on the field, led by their wide receiver. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. They send the tight end in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. And now we get a timeout by the defense. So the clock stops with 1:50 left in the game. They'll stay on the ground. Just a short gain to the 33-yard line. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. They'll stick with him again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll drop to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. It'll be a pickup of 10. And that will be a first down.
And after that first down throw, Mike, it's really a deflating moment of the defense. They understood the urgency of getting off the field and getting the ball back to their offense. Here we are under 2 minutes in a 1-possession game.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. They're able to build on the solid performance of a week ago, and they make it 2 in a row with the victory here in this one. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.